Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the 9th lecture in our series of lectures about semantics and pragmatics. In this lecture we're going to take a stop from introducing new topics, and we're going to go back to the topics we covered previously, and we will look at some practical applications that we can do with these previous topics. So our focus in the previous lectures was mostly on semantics. In the coming lectures after this one we will move on to talk about pragmatics. But before we do that, we're going to stop now and take some exercises to apply the theoretical knowledge that we have acquired in the previous lectures into exercises and actual practical exercises, so that you apply your knowledge of the theories, and with this you get deeper knowledge of these theories. If you need more exercises of this nature and you need more practice, you can look at your reference book, which I talked about in the orientation lecture, Semantics, a course book. There are a lot of similar exercises in that book as well. But if you're just if you want something to study for the purpose of the exam, these exercises that we're going to deal with today are enough. Of course, in addition to the theoretical aspects we've been dealing with previously in previous lectures. So our first set of exercises will be about sense relations. We're going to start with antonymy. And we will move on through the different types of antonymy we discussed previously. The first type is binary antonyms. So to identify binary antonyms, we can do a test. We can test them by seeing if the negative of one of the pairs gives us the other, and if it is the equivalent of the other or entails the other pair. So for example, if you have dead and alive, if we say that someone is not dead, that means he is alive. So this is a case of binary antonyms. We did this test by creating the negative of the first, and we got the second one. So the negative of the first is the equivalent of the second, or entails the second one. So we can use this test to determine which of the following pairs in the coming exercises are binary antonyms. So let's look at the first exercise. Are the following pairs binary antonyms or not? You can answer yes or no. I recommend that you stop the video from when we go to each new exercise and try to do the exercises yourself. So this is a good way to apply your knowledge of binary antonyms. So apply the test I talked about just now and then see are these pairs binary antonyms or not. So let's start with the first one. Chalk and cheese. If something is not chalk, does this mean it is cheese? Of course not. So no, the first pair are not binary antonyms. The second one, same and different. So if two things are not the same, are they different? Yes. So number 2 is a binary antonym. Yes. 3, copper and tin. If something is not copper, does this mean it's tin? No. So this means number 3 is not a binary antonym, or these pairs are not binary antonyms. Number 4, dead and alive. We mentioned this previously. If someone is not dead, does this mean he's alive? Yes. So this is the answer to this one. These are binary antonyms. So number 4 is yes. Number 5, married. If someone is not married, does this mean he is unmarried? The answer is yes. So these two are binary antonyms. The 6th one, love and hate. If you don't love someone, does this mean you hate him? So the answer is no. It doesn't necessarily mean you hate him. Okay, you might be indifferent. So these two, the last number 6, are not binary antonyms. So here are the answers if you want, and hopefully when you did the exercise yourself, you reached similar results. If you had any differences and problems, see our discussion and then see where your problem was. Let's move on to another type of antonyms. Converses. This is the second type, and we mentioned that if a word describes a relationship between two things or two people, and then another word that describes the same relationship in the opposite direction. So if you move in the opposite direction, the other word describes this relationship just the same. We say these two antonyms are converses. So the direction of the order of these antonyms is important. So for example, parent and child are converses. Why? Because if we say X is the parent of Y, for example, Ahmed is the parent of Ali, this order, all right, we can also say that Ali is the child of Ahmed. So Ahmed is the parent of Ali, Ali is the child of Ahmed. So parent and child are converses, because we can go from different directions and we use one antonym in one direction and we use the other antonym in another direction in the opposite order. So let's do this test with the following exercises. So this is the first exercise about converses. Below and above. If someone is below, if I am below someone else, does this mean he's above me? Okay. If a chair is below a desk, does this mean the desk is above the chair, and so on? The answer is yes. Okay. So these are converses. The relationship can work in the opposite order, and both are converses. 2. Grandparent and grandchild. If Ahmed is the grandparent of Ali, does this mean Ali is the grandchild of Ahmed? The answer is yes. Because these relationships work in both ways, we say that these are converses. Love and hate. If Salih loves, for example, Ahmed, does this mean Ahmed hates Salih? No, not necessarily. So love and hate are not converses, so the answer here will be no. Conceal and reveal. So if I conceal something, okay, if I conceal a book, does this mean the book reveals me? No. Okay, so the answer here is no. These are not converses. 5. Greater than and less than. Okay, if I have an amount greater than something else or someone else, so I have an amount less than someone else, that means someone else has an amount greater than me. So greater than and less than can work in both directions, and this means these are converses. Own and belong. If I own a pen, does this mean the pen belongs to me? Yes. Okay, so these are converses. Here are the answers, and hopefully you reach the same results as these answers. If not, go back to our discussion and see where you got your mistake, and hopefully you'd be able to know where your mistake was. The second exercise about converses here are the following pairs of expression converses, more or less the same as the previous one. The difference between these converses and the previous one is that here we have 3 reference. In each of these we have 3 reference. So for example, number 1 with buy and sell, we have 3 reference, which are John, a car, and Fred. So in this example, in the first exercise, if John bought a car from Fred, is it the case that Fred sold a car to John? Yes. So these are converses, and number 2 is basically the same one. So are buy and sell converses? Yes, buy and sell are converses. We have 3 reference involved here with these converses. 3 are borrow and lend converses. So if someone borrows from you, does this mean you lend him some money? Yes. So these are converses. 4 are give and take converses. Be careful with this one. This might be something that you can easily mistake. So if someone takes something from you, does this mean you gave it to him? Not necessarily. Sometimes someone might take something from you, but you didn't give it to him. Okay, so these are not really exact converses. The definition does not apply on them, the definition we gave for converses. Even though they are really close to our definition, sometimes there is this exception where someone might take something without you giving it to him, and this is why we say no, these are not exact converses. Our come and go converses. So if I come, if you go to a place, does this mean this place comes to you? No. Okay, so these are also not converses. So I'd like to just let you notice number 4. If X takes something from Y, Y does not necessarily give that thing to X. So these 2 are not exact converses, although they almost meet our definition. They are not. Okay, moving on to the third type of antonyms, gradable antonyms. We mentioned in our previous lectures a good test of gradability. We said that we can use words like very and very much, or how much, to see if a pair of antonyms are gradable or not. Gradability means that to have a value on some continuous scale. So we have a scale, and then we have a value on this scale, so a continuous one. We will look at some examples of gradable antonyms in the next exercise. But let's have an example of how we can use these words, very, very much, how, and how much, to tell if a word or an adjective, for example, is gradable or not. So we can say, how tall is he? all right? But we cannot say how top is that shelf, okay? So how top is the shelf is not acceptable, and this is why we say that tall is gradable, top is not gradable. So now we're going to apply this test to the following pairs of gradable antonyms. So are they gradable antonyms or not? We have a pair of antonyms. We will now decide if they are gradable or not. The first one, tall and short. We can say he's very tall, he's very short. So yes, these are gradable antonyms. 2, long and short. So can we say this is very long, this is very short? Also yes, all right. 3, clever, and can we say someone he is very clever, or how clever is he, or how stupid is he? Yes, we can say that. So these are also gradable antonyms. Can we say very top or very bottom? No, we cannot say that, okay? Or how top is it? If something is at the top, it's at the top, okay? And if something is at the bottom, it's at the bottom. We can't really say grade it and use it with words like very and how much. So this one is not a gradable antonym, or these pairs are not gradable antonyms. The last one, love and hate, okay? So are these gradable or not? We might not say very love or very hate, but we can use how much. So how much do you love someone, or how much do you hate someone? So be careful with this one. Very might not be usable with these two, but you can say how much. So how much do you hate someone, or how much do you love someone? So these are also gradable antonyms. Here are our answers. Hopefully you reach the same results as we did. All right, moving on to the last exercise about antonymy. Here we're going to look at all 3 types. So classify if the following pairs are binary, or if they are converses, or if they are gradable antonyms. If they are binary, choose B. If they are converses, choose C. And if they are gradable antonyms, choose D. So easy and difficult. Okay, this is very easy, or this is very difficult. Or we can use very with these two. So these are gradable. We can give them, put them on a different grade of a scale. So we can we say that these pair of antonyms are gradable. Good and bad. We can say this is very good and this is very bad. Or how good is it? How bad is it? So these are also gradable antonyms. Pass and fail. So are these gradable? Are these converses? Do they work both ways? Or are they binary? If we use the negative of the first one, we get the second one. So if we say he didn't pass, does this mean he failed? Yes. So these are binary antonyms. Number 4, husband and wife. So are these binary or are they gradable? Okay, can you use very with them? Or are they converses? If we say that Sarah or Ahmed is the husband of Sarah, okay, does this mean that Sarah is the wife of Ahmed? Yes. All right. So these are converses. The relationship works both ways, in both directions. So in the correct direction or in the opposite direction, we can use these two antonyms, and this is why we call them converses. Parent and offspring, are these gradable or are they binary? If we give the negative of the first one, do we get the second one? Okay, these are converses, same as husband and wife. So again, our previous example, Ahmed is the parent of Ali and Muhammad, for example. We say that Muhammad and Ali are the offspring of Ahmed. Okay, so offspring works in the opposite direction, and so these two pairs are converses. 6, legal and illegal. Are these binary? Are these converses? Are these gradable? If we say that something is not legal, does this mean it is illegal? Yes. So these are binary antonyms. So here are our answers. Hopefully you did the exercise yourself and you reached the same results. Okay, so moving on to something else, to other sense relations. So far we've been discussing antonymy. Now we're going to move on to homonymy and polysemy. We just want to give the difference between the two. If you forgot, we mentioned it previously. We said that in the case of homonymy, we have two words whose senses are far apart from each other. So two words that do not have different meanings, that are not related to each other. So you cannot really say that this meaning is related, or is this sense related to the other sense. Well, in the case of polysemy, we have one word with more than one sense, and these senses are related, are closely related. So we can say that these senses are closely related to each other. So let us apply this to the following exercises and see whether this word is homonymous or polysemous. Okay, so number one, if it is homonymous, we'll choose H. If it is polysemous, we'll choose P. So number one, bark, when we say the bark of a dog, or bark, when we mean the bark of a tree. Is this homonymous or polysemous? Is there a relationship between the bark of a dog and the bark of a tree? Can we think of a way to relate them to each other? Is there a concept that associates the two? Think about it a little bit. I think you'll reach the conclusion that no. Okay, they are not really very related to each other. So number one is H. Okay, it's homonymous. Two, fork. If we talk about a fork in the road and a fork which is the fork we use for eating, is there a relationship between the meanings? I think if you think about it a little bit, you'll see that there is a concept of branching out. So in the fork branches out into different parts. In the road branches out, the fork of a road branches out to different paths. So fork is polysemous, okay? So when you say the fork, we mean a fork in a road or a fork as an instrument of eating. Those are two polysemous senses. Three, tail. When we say the tail of a coat or the tail of an animal, is there a relationship between the two meanings? Are they closely related, or is there no relationship between these two? Yes, so we see that the tail of a coat and that of an animal have the concept of coming at the end of something. So this concept means that these two are related, and so we say that tail, when we mean it as the tail of a coat, or when we mean it as the tail of an animal, these two are polysemous. Four, steer. When we mean steer as a verb, which is to guide someone, okay, to steer, or maybe steer a car, okay, to guide the car, or we mean steer as a young bull, okay, a young bull that cannot reproduce, young male bull. Are these two meanings related? Can we say that this is a polysemous word? No, they are not really related. If you think about it a little bit, there is really no relationship between the two meanings at all. So we say these two are homonymous. Number five, lip. If we talk about the lip of a jug or the lip of a person, is there something that can be associated between the two? Is there a shared relationship or a similar sense between the two? Yes, okay, they are closely related to each other. They can mean the edge of a hollow opening. So the edge of a hollow opening. So the jug, it is at the lip of a jug is at the edge of a hollow opening, and so is the lip of a person. So we say these two are polysemous. Okay, and here are our answers, and with the explanations of why we considered some homonymous and why we considered the others polysemous. Hopefully you reach the same conclusions as we did. Okay, moving on to from sense relations to other topics we covered previously, semantic fields and collocation. If you remember, when we talked about paradigmatic and syntagmatic relations, we said that paradigmatic relations, as an example of these relations, is semantic fields, and with syntagmatic relations we have collocation as an example of syntagmatic relations. So here are the definitions of the two. If you forgot, kind of refresh your memory about them. So what is a semantic field? A semantic field is a group of words that are related in their meaning. So a semantic field contains this group of words that have an association of their meanings or their senses. Collocation, on the other hand, is a relationship between words that have a habit of coming together or in a specific way, or by means of habit or of usage of language speakers. So collocation is this relationship that words come together or keep company, as we mentioned it previously, if we remember. Okay, let's move on to the first exercise, which is about semantic fields. So identify the word that does not belong to the group. So in each of these we have a word that doesn't belong to the group, and we also want to suggest a semantic field for the group. So number one, we have banana, apple, orange, apricot, and flower. Which word does not belong here? It's obviously flower. Can we give a name for the other members here? We can call them fruit. Okay, the semantic field of fruit in English, and it includes all of these except flower. So we take out flower. Two, uncle, aunt, friend, grandmother, and cousin. All right, we can say friend doesn't belong, and the rest of all the other words belong to the semantic field of relatives. So relatives, uncle, aunt, grandmother, and cousin, but friend doesn't belong in this semantic field. 3, car, ship, plane, lake, and boat. Okay, car, ship, plane, and boat, they are closely related in meaning, so we can say these are means of transportation, but lake does not belong to this group. So lake is the word that the odd man out, we say it, that we can take out. So 4, honesty, reliability, generosity, truthfulness. Which one doesn't belong here? Or do they all belong in this group? Yeah, I think if you look at it, we see that they all share some the same meaning, which is virtues of a person, or good characteristics of a person. So virtues, all of these belong, so we don't have one that we take out. So all of these in number 2 belong to the semantic field of virtues. Number 5, running, swimming, thinking, and skating. We can easily say that thinking doesn't belong with these other words, and we can give them the semantic field of sports, or maybe exercises. Okay, so running, swimming, skating, I think sports is a good label for this semantic field. So here are the answers, and also some explanation about why we chose each semantic field and which word to take out. Hopefully you reach the same answers as we did. Moving on to the second exercise here, which is about collocation. So decide whether the following pairs of words make a collocation. We said that collocation is 2 words that appear habitually together. So if we see them, they don't look unusual to us together. So they usually keep company. We see them regularly appear in different means of language. So, for example, number 1, have fun. Have you ever heard this, have fun, before? Do these words appear together in a collocation? Yes, have fun is a collocation, so we say yes. Number 2, get place. Does this sound right? Or are these two, do these usually collocate with each other, get and place? No, we don't really hear get place, okay? So 2 is no. 3, take place. Yeah, we can say the exam took place in the classroom, for example, okay? So take place is a collocation, so we say yes. Number 4, problem solving. Problem and solving. Have you ever heard this before? Does problem come with solving? Yes, so these two collocate with each other. They habitually appear together in language, so problem solving is a collocation. 5, problem care. Do we say problem care? Doesn't it sound a bit weird when you say problem care? They don't really habitually appear together in English, so problem care is not a collocation. We say that it's unusual to be a collocation in English. 6, health care. Have you ever heard of health care before? So the government provides free health care, for example. Yes, okay, so health care are 2 words here, and they make up a collocation. So we say that 6 is yes. All right, so here are the answers. Hopefully you will reach the same results as we did. And with this we conclude our practical lecture. As I said, these exercises are just a means for you to apply the theories. The theories are still important for you to know, and they are important in the exam. Also, these exercises are important so that you know the theories and you can also apply them in different practical applications. So we did one for semantics. Next class we will start with topics related to pragmatics, and we will also do another practical lecture where we do exercises related to pragmatics. So next class, inshallah, we will start with our first set of topics about pragmatics. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time, inshallah.